Thank you all for hanging out. Got time for any question from each new member here, and we got to get about it. So, whatever you say. Do you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I appreciate you recognizing me as media and giving me an opportunity to ask a question. I appreciate you all having this discussion on violence, as my question relates to violence, specifically Florida Under Sheriff Stacey Simmons there. Back on April 20th, 2022, and then again on May 1st, 2024, I was unlawfully arrested while attending Douglas County Commission meetings by Sheriff J. Armbruster, three of his deputies, and one of his lieutenants.
For what? Oh my shit. Want my shit, man? What you fucking treat me like respect? Yeah, man, me too, motherfucker. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. I'm not. Stand by.
You waiting on the sheriff to get here? Is that what's going on here? You waiting on
It's not just part of the news, it's all of the news. Excuse me, could I get this moved just for a minute?
There's no law being broken. There is no law being broken.
So,
There is no law being
okay, Mr. Spees and Mr. Irving.
There is no law
What I'm
being
going to
broken.
ask, listen, what I'm going to ask is that you just move down a ways.
No, we're okay. Thank you. We're
Okay,
fine.
well, here's part of the problem. When I come in and you are actively yelling, you are disrupting the
We're in
meeting.
recess right now, and there's no disruption happening. So catch up on things
So-
before we start talking about it.
actively yelling?
So here's the thing. Per the county commission and per the sheriff, if you are not going to have a seat or move down, I'm not asking you to remove your sign at all. I'm just asking you to move away a little ways from staff. That's all I'm asking.
Under what grounds? What am I doing wrong?
Because they do.
Now remember, this is an ask. We're not being told under threat of arrest, so we're going to
public
decline.
building, a public meeting.
Thank
I
you.
can stand right here if I
Okay,
want to.
so
there.
here's the thing. I'm gonna,
Channel?
yes, Lieutenant Channel.
Oh, Lieutenant Channel?
I'm gonna ask you to
He's
move
asking.
down.
We're going to decline.
I'm
Thank
But
you.
here's the
I'm
thing,
not-
if you don't want to, then I do not have a choice but to ask you to leave. And it's
Okay,
actually
she's
not
gonna-
an ask.
She's going to ask
I'm not
us to
gonna
leave.
leave.
But it's actually not an ask.
What is
I
it
am
then?
going to
What
have
is it
to
then?
tell you to leave on behalf of the county
I
commission.
decline.
They've
On
asked you
behalf
to
of
And I
the
leave.
county
decline.
commission. Okay, we're
Okay.
declining. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to decline that. Thank you.
Okay, then you're going to have to walk out with
I'm
it.
not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Okay, then for the sheriff, I'm going to have to arrest you
Under for what? We're not
Under
doing
what?
for disrupting a meeting. at
We
this
are not
point.
in. The meeting's in recess.
We cannot continue the meeting at this point.
No, they cannot continue the meeting. That's not on us. We just have a sign. And you have the whole room
So
here
the
saying
charge
it's not a
is
problem.
disrupting a meeting. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
We're in
actually
recess
it is.
right now.
It is.
How have I
They
disrupted the
cannot-
meeting?
They cannot
We were
continue
silent
the
for the
meeting.
whole
How
meeting.
can't
I've got
they?
evidence
How
that we
can't
didn't
they?
disrupt the meeting. man.
Hold on,
Right
Michael.
now-
Hold on, Michael. How can't they? How can't they continue? How can they not continue the meeting? What am I doing?
Here's the thing. You have options.
No.
You can
I'm
either.
staying. Thank you, Channel.
Okay,
Let's start the meeting
well,
there,
you're not,
everybody.
though.
Here
That's
we
the
go.
problem.
Interference with
Mr.
what?
Spears, Mr. Spears, you're under arrest.
For what?
You need to place your hands behind your back.
For disrupting a business meeting and refusing to leave.
For disrupting the meeting?
Take that, Michael. Take that.
Yep, I've got it. I've got it.
Okay, place your hands behind your back for me. Thank you. Stay right there, don't move.
Disrupting the meeting. What's the charge, guys? Interference with what?
Interference with public duties.
Interference with public
With
duties.
the failing to have a meeting continue, you're disrupting a public meeting.
So are those too tight for you? Yeah, they are. Let me check those for you.
This is free.
So I can fit two
speech.
fingers
Why did
in
you
them?
bother to ask me?
It's
It's too
protected.
tight to me, not your finger.
Okay, well let's head out this way. We're gonna head to my car.
This is unfortunate. You're getting named in a lawsuit, child.
No, because look at
Hey, Michael, can you come pick me up if I get out tonight?
I called First, Fourth, and 14th Amendment lawsuit on that, and Judge recently ruled that no reasonable officer would have determined that there was probable cause to make my arrest, and therefore the arrest should not have happened. And so he, along with his deputies and lieutenant, was denied qualified immunity. And a ruling has come down today from the dismissal stage of it. And concerning Sheriff Armbrister and his unlawful arrest on me on April 20th, the court writes, based on those allegations, which the court must accept as true for this motion to dismiss, a prudent person would not believe that plaintiff Speece had committed, even arguably committed, disorderly conduct. And thus, Armbrister and Deputy Crutzel did not have arguable probable cause to arrest plaintiff Speece for that offense. Moreover, as pled, Armbrister and Crutzel violated clearly established law by arresting plaintiff Speece without probable cause for sitting silently and conversing with another citizen, even if a foul-mouthed conversation. So as, and regarding the May 1st arrest, so as pled, Channel and Coleman violated clearly established law by arresting plaintiff Speece without probable cause for silently standing in the meeting room without blocking or hindering the meeting. The officer defendants are not entitled to qualified immunity on Claim 9. In particular, Armbrister and Crutzel are not entitled to qualified immunity for the April 20th, 22 arrest, and Channel and Coleman are not entitled to qualified immunity for the May 1st, 2024 arrest. The court denies the motion to dismiss those claims. Plaintiff has adequately pled causation for the malicious prosecution claim against Deputy Crutzel based on the April 2022 arrest. Plaintiff has also properly alleged the other elements of the claim against Defendant Crutzel for the arrest. My question to you is, under Kansas statutes 2154.13 and 2154.08, would that be aggravated battery and kidnapping and aggravated, as you pointed out in your slide presentation there, is he had a firearm. They all had firearms on me. And so would that rise to those charges? And just to draw a distinction, if I were to walk up to someone, force their hands behind their back, force restraints on them, force them out of a building, force them into my car, drive them to a building, force them into it, lock the building and keep them there, would I or would I not be charged with kidnapping and battery or any other crimes? Thank you.
Well, first I'll say I'm not sure if that lawsuit is finished, so I'm not going to comment on any lawsuit that's continuing. This is an ongoing lawsuit, and I know you know that. But as far as the question is, if you go up to a random stranger and do that, yeah, absolutely, that's a crime. In your situation, I was there, and so again, let me back up. I'm not gonna comment on that.
So if it's a crime for me, if it's a crime for me, is it a crime for him as well?
Yeah, and as far as a firearm, in the commission of a crime, the firearm is used in the commission.
Threat.
The firearm wasn't used in that situation. It was just on a person, which is very different than.
No, I have a question now.
Hey Dakota.
Yeah.
I need your help with something.
Okay.
All right, so back on May 1st this past year, I was at the county commission meeting. And I was unlawfully arrested for standing with a sign. I was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. Previous DA declined to press charges. They were trying to get me with interfering with a public meeting.
Okay.
And so since I should have never been arrested because I was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity, would you pursue charges against Armbrister and Lieutenant Channel and Deputy Coleman for battery and kidnapping and probably extortion, keep me in the jail? I just bail myself out for $750.
It was May 1st of 2024 was the date.
Yep.
So I have no issue going to look at anything, those reports and whatnot. That being said, I can't commit to doing anything to actually know what went on, so let me look at it, okay?
What would you like to see?
Whatever the reports were, and then if there's anything that came out of that I can actually review, but without anything to review, it's kind of hard to say yay or nay about anything, if that makes sense.
So like a police report, is that what you're saying?
Not necessarily. I mean, if there's any and all information that could be available about that. I mean, there's booking reports, obviously. There's all that kind of stuff. Whatever whatever internal documents we have that for the review of the charging. Some stuff is sent over, obviously.
Okay.
So let me take an internal look at that. Okay.
I appreciate it. I have the whole thing recorded, so I can send you video as well. And just to let you know, it's all part of it's been added to a lawsuit that I filed against Armbruster in the county as well, because like I said, it was a constitutionally protected activity.
Yeah.
So the entire thing is recorded. I can send you that as well.
Was it a public meeting too? Was that?
It was a public meeting.
Was it recorded as well then?
It was the Douglas County Commission meeting. Now, they went into recess a couple of times throughout, but I have the whole thing recorded as well. So.
Okay. I can check both those then. If you want to send those over to the district attorney email.
District attorney email?
Yeah, it's just a district attorney at dgcoks.gov.
Okay.
And this attention to me, I'll go from there, okay?
Okay. All right. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Congratulations on getting elected.
All right.
All right. We'll see you around.